D, Catherine Gulliver, owner, 254 Greenwood Avenue, Hyannis, map parcel 288-178.33 acre lot, septic system installed in 2005. Homeowner requests additional time to connect to future sewer line. Okay, what do we have? Ms. Gulliver,
Yes.
what do you have here?
I have a new septic system that I don't think should be destroyed, and I can't afford to hook up to the sewer system.
Okay.
Yeah,
5 years,
The entire system is 5 years old?
yes.
The entire septic system?
Well, I don't know, the leaching field may be older than that, but the septic tank and the pipes and all that are 5 years old because the house was built there 5 years ago.
Okay, couple questions in that. The records that I looked at showed that it was only the tank and the D box that were replaced, that the leaching field is 19 years old, actually. And it said that the old tank had been crushed. How did that happen? Do you know?
It was a backhoe that came in. The house that was on the property was taken down, and a new house was built. And some of the heavy equipment that came on the property went over the old tank and crushed it, so a new one was put in.
And you were liable for that? The company that was doing the construction wasn't liable for putting in that new tank?
No, they put it in.
I mean, but they paid for it?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have any outstanding expense from that the replacement of that tank? Is that correct?
Well, yes, I have the expense of having to have it put in, having to have the equipment in there, and all the rest of it.
Well, that's what I was asking. I mean, if the people that were doing the construction crushed the tank, they didn't take responsibility for replacing it?
It was not separated out in any way from the overall cost of construction.
Okay, let me ask that a different way. Did you receive a separate bill for replacing that tank from the
No.
construction company? Okay. Again, to me, the heart of a septic system in terms of protection of the environment is the leaching field. And this leaching field is 19 years old. The board has been struggling with what to do with situations where we do have new septic systems, total septic systems. And we will, in fact, grant variances from hookup in those situations where someone has put in a new septic system which is less than 15 years old, complies with Title V. We will in fact grant variances in the most part for hookup. In this situation, I'm concerned because the leach field is over 19 years old. I would expect that in general, this would be reaching the end of its useful lifespan anyway. And so that I am reluctant to grant an extension to hookup.
I don't think we can anyways, because we don't have any time limit that's set up by whoever sets it up as to when to hook up, because the project is not ready to be hooked into.
No, I know what you're saying there, but we can in fact grant a variance. We have the ability to grant a variance from hookup.
How do you grant a variance if you don't know what the time frame is for hookup?
Well, you can grant it until the system fails.
I don't think you can.
No,
Why not?
Well, we could, but that's not what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be doing it. We don't need to wait until the environment's ruined before we have people hook up. We're not going to wait until systems fail. We're going to them.
Isn't that what you do in the rest of the town? You wait till they fail until people don't replace their septic systems until they fail.
Not where we have sewers. In fact, this is new and unusual for the board. The board has always required, in fact, there's a regulation that requires hookup as soon as a sewer line comes past a property. Because of the concerns of the cost in this area, the board has decided in discussion with the health division, with the town council, and with the town manager to grant some relief when people have spent money to put in completely new systems within the previous 5, 10, 15 years. But with a system that is already reaching the end of its useful lifespan, it's not something where we would consider granting a variance from a regulation.
Why is it reaching the end of its useful lifespan if the tank is less than 5 years old?
Because the tank's not your limiting factor. The tank could have lasted for 150 years, no matter what, if it hadn't been crushed by your
Why is nothing
construction
done to
people.
the leaching systems when the sewer hookup takes place? Nothing's done to the leaching system. We're just required to crush the tank and replace it with...
Because nothing goes into the leaching systems from there on.
Well, at this point in my system, I'm a single person in the house. The system is not heavily used. The tank is new. I can't afford it, nor can anybody else on my street virtually. And I would like you to give me a good reason other than that the leaching field is 19 years old. Could we have it inspected and see what kind of condition it's in? And if it's in good condition, consider a variance instead of just across the board saying, no, you can't have a variance?
Number one, the variance does not keep you from the betterment charge.
I know that.
completely
That's
understand.
already crushing.
Number one. And number two, the answer is given the sensitivity of our environment, given the problems that we have with water supplies in various areas, and I'm not talking specifically about where you're located in, but if looking at the town overall, I think there's no question that where possible, hooking up to sewer is so much better for the environment where it's available.
There's a great deal of question about it, actually.
No, there isn't. You're wrong. There is no question about it.